All right, so tonight, what's on the bench is a Shark Bite brand Pex crimping tool. So this particular one, I have another one somewhere around here, but this particular one has two different sizes. It has 1/2 inch and 3/4, and I need to make a repair, and it is going to be quite the crawl. So we're just going to do this out here and show you how to do it. So to do that, we need several things. And those things are, we need our PEX tubing. In this case, it's going to be a piece of red 1/2 inch PEX tubing. And we will need some copper rings. These are copper. And 2 unions. They make plastic ones, which I may have. I do have some. And here they are. So these are the plastic ones. And I suppose I could show you one of each. This is a pretty good crawl, but not a super critical location, so maybe I can get away with showing you how this works on one of each one. I prefer to use, when I can't get to something easily, I prefer to use brass or stainless steel. In this case, these are brass. So I'll do one of each so you can kind of see how they work out. They're pretty much the same, but we're going to do it anyways. So here's our PEX tubing. And for PEX tubing, we need our ends to be pretty perfect. We don't want them to be at an angle or anything like that. So we don't usually use our pocket knife to cut it. We use a tool like this, which I like these because they don't cost that much. And because I'm always working somewhere that's really dirty, you know, these are relatively easy replaceable. So we're just going to cut it down to size, so it's actually not going to be that big. It's a little over 6 inches, I think. It doesn't matter. I have a little mark on there that I could see. So here it is. So we've got it cut to size, and now we need to put our unions in place. Unions. These are not unions. These are couplings. I'm sorry. We need to put our couplings in place. So the way that we do this is we take it and we put the ring on first, and then we slide the coupling in place, and then we want to get within about 1/4 inch of the coupling here with our ring. And you can see the ring is very small and very loose, so it fits quite easily. Then we're going to take our tool, and we're going to make sure the jaws are clean. There's debris in there. We're going to put the ring in place. This is one of the things that I don't like about these, is that they kind of take 2 hands. So we're going to try to see if I can do this one-handed, which is difficult, so that you can see. And then we're going to place it on there. And I try to center that if I can. There we go. And then we're just going to squeeze both handles together, and it does take some effort. And as you can see, it's nice and fitted on there. And then we're going to pop it off. And there you see it. Our coupling is now in place very well. The next thing that you should do, I don't see a lot of guys do this, but with your tool should have come a gauge. And it is a no-go gauge, a go, no-go gauge. On one side it'll say no-go, and on the other side it'll say go. I just start out with the go side, just to make sure that it fits. And it does, so we're good to go. So, let's do the plastic one. Same thing. We're just going to put our ring on first. This is a little harder doing through the camera. Now, if you look at here, this got these little spacer tabs. I like those because I know that I'm not too close to the edge. So if I'm in a location that is easy to get to, but generally difficult to maneuver, I almost always use one of the plastic ones, strictly because of that little gauge there. All right, so we're going to give it a squeeze. I'm also trying not to shake the camera off the table. And as you can see, our plastic one is also in place now. I'm going to pop it loose, and you just pull the handles apart. There's nothing to it. There we have a perfect fit. Say that. So now I can go in there, and the great thing about Pex is it's actually pretty flexible. And so I can actually push this in place and push this in the other place. It doesn't matter. Where I have to work tonight is not so critical that I have to worry about that, because I can actually move both sides out of the way. But there's a T that has been placed in the line for whatever reason that had a plug in it. And I don't know why it's there. Earlier today, I fixed another spot that a rodent had chewed through, and I noticed the T, and I noticed that the T was also leaking. So we're going to take out that T and put this in place. But what if you make a mistake? It's actually pretty easy to solve. If you have access to the piece that you wanted to remove, say you wanted to salvage one of these brass or stainless steel couplings, you can actually just put it in a vise and take a hacksaw and just run it back and forth across that copper. And then once you're all the way through, you just take a screwdriver and just kind of pull it apart, and then you can pop that right out of there without any issues, and you can salvage these nicer pieces. These plastic ones I don't think are salvageable. I've never actually tried. They're cheap enough that it's not an issue. So what is that on the bench tonight? These are Pex tubing crimping tools and their associated paraphernalia. So what the hell is that? Pex crimper. That's it. Good night.